Welcome everyone, live morning update FX with Terry.com. Free Forex signals, premium signals, full auto trading. You get to see my ugly mug. Got some new tech. Going to try this out. In fact, I can move the camera around a little bit here and put it directly on my ugly mug. Good morning, February 2nd, 2024. We're going to go over what has transpired essentially since about last night at about 7 p.m. That's typically when the market switches over and you no longer see the previous days or that day's profits, and it goes on and starts building the next day's profits. So we're going to take a look at that. There was a big news announcement this morning that we'll look at, and we'll look at how that affects the market once every month, and this month it was a major effect. We'll take a look at that. If you would, I know we have live chat. You're watching this on YouTube. Let me know you can hear me. Let me know where you're viewing it from. Let me know who you are, what's going on. A lot of people don't use their real name on YouTube, so let me know that. If you're watching this as a replay, comment below. Interestingly enough, oddly enough, the live chat that you and I will be able to see right now, because we're watching this live, does not typically replay when you come and watch these videos. So get involved in the comments if you're watching this as a replay. The idea is to do this Monday through Friday. It's currently Friday. Monday through Friday at 8:30 a.m. Mountain Time. I guess that's 6:30 a.m. Eastern. In what, 7:30 a.m. Pacific, something like that. Yeah, so kind of weird for me because I'm used to being on Eastern time, but we are on Mountain Time right now. So there's a little bit of a delay, so certainly just be aware of that. I think there's about a 30-second delay. So if you're making a comment, asking a question, now is a good time to ask questions. One thing we do have inside of the group, before I get started here, is now that I'm doing the morning updates live on YouTube for the entire world to see, if you need some specific help or specific questions, we can do it in a one-on-one / group setting right inside of the Discord group. I titled it in the menu Live Stage. So I can be there, visual, audio, and I can bring you onto the stage and we can speak as long as you have a microphone. Don't need a camera. It's really just kind of I mean, you can do that, but it's really just kind of a voice back and forth. So completely willing to provide that. Let me see. So we've got a few people watching. Again, this is like episode 1. Yesterday I went live inside of the group. The tech didn't work. It was terrible. I ended up turning it on, turning it off a few times. I spent the entire day yesterday setting this up. So kind of a crude, I'll get better at this in terms of my graphics and stuff. I mean, you can see the screen now. You can see me, I'm hoping. And I still see no comments in the live chat. I mean, maybe you're just looking at my face right now. My lips are moving and you can't hear a word I'm saying. But from what I can tell, you should be able to hear me. I do see one thumbs up. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to switch over very interesting. Now you can't hear me. That is because I screwed up. I'm glad you said that. Okay, let's start over. All these different scenes inside of my technology. Day one, right? We're going to have some issues. All these scenes inside of my technology have to be enabled for voice. So I apologize about that. Let me go all the way back. So what we're looking at here is NZD CAD. This is in the fxwithterry.com free signals area. And I know everybody's saying they can't hear me. You will be able to hear me now. But anyway, this is NZD CAD. We're in a buy trade. It's showing $44, $45 drawdown. You really don't pay much attention to that because this is a free signal. You're bidding what you're bidding. Your drawdown could be a lot more, a lot less. This is a signal. The 0.10 lot size, and in fact, let me take a look at something here. I believe I can do this. Let's see if this works. So let's see if that works on screen here. Give me a second. Yes, it does. Okay, cool. So you can see the lot size 0.10. That is really considered. That's not to say that you should take the trade at 0.10. You could. It's specific to your account because you're taking these trades manually. What it is considered is a multiplier. So if I went into another NZD CAD trade, I might or might not go in at a higher lot size. So if the next NZD CAD trade that comes in is showing at a 0.20 lot size, that means you should double your original bid because this is all mathematics. And of course, it's going to give you an updated take profit price every time a trade is taken, almost every time. So those are the things you pay attention to. When you get the signal, you're like, hey, we're 4 trades in and we're finally on the 4th trade. We're bidding 0.20, so I need to double my lot size if you want the trade to work out. Now that also begs the concept, when I say double your lot size, that means you probably shouldn't overtax or overbid on the first trade because we don't know what the market's going to do. It might go against us a little bit, and I'm going to scale in and add trades. So you got to think about that. Most of the time we go into a trade, it goes into profit. Go into a trade, it goes into profit. However, there are many times when we go into multiple trades on the same currency pair, and later in that sequence, 4, 5, 6, 8 trades in, let's say if we go that far, we are going to increase the lot size. What does that do? Mathematically, that pulls the take profit price closer and closer and closer to the current price. So when we get that wave, because that's what the price does, it waves up and down, then we will hit that take profit. So if I hold my thumb over this, I believe we can look at the chart, and I'll scale down. Take a look at this here. So we've got some major movement. Let me erase that. We've got some major movement here. This was the news announcement this morning. Massive drop on just about all of the currency pairs. We'll look at this specifically on some larger charts in a little bit here. But it's NFP. It's called non-farm payroll. Again, we'll get into that. Also, let me know, just to, side note here, I'm currently at an undisclosed location in the southwest United States in the desert. I actually have my generator running right now. I'm in an RV, and I travel. That's what I do. I'm a nomad. And I just had the heat kick on because crazy cold last night in the desert, United States. And so if you can hear that in the background and it's really killing the audio, let me know because I can turn it off right above my head here. So let me know how the audio is. And I know you guys can hear me now. So anyway, major drop there. Let's come back. We'll take a look at that. But let's go back and forth and look at some of the different accounts. Let me do something here. And that's not what I wanted to do. There we are. So what I'm going to do is I have a little pause screen set up here. So when I switch accounts, and so I'm not revealing all of my account information and account numbers and passwords and stuff. So this is the free signals. Let's go on and take a look at the results, the closed trades from the premium signals in the group. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause here, and I'll turn the sound back on so you can hear me, but I'm going to pause and go to another account. So give me a second here. We're going to go look at the premium signals account, and then I'll show it back on the screen. Pretty cool tech, don't you agree? All right, here we go. Let's take a look, and you can see what was affected, and here it is. All right, so I need to erase that mark that I put on the screen. So there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades closed, and you'll notice GBP JPY took a loss. Now we're not in an overall loss. Obviously, you know, the idea is to keep this profitable. This is extremely rare, and it is because of that negative news, which we'll dig into a little bit farther. Now, if we go look at GBP JPY, let me pull it up on the chart here, and let's come down in time frame. It's kind of hard to see, but I'm going to show you. There's a candle right here. Let me draw. And the candle had a huge wick down, basically taking out anybody's stop that was in this buy. And if you look at our trade, we were in a sell trade. So what happens at that point is the spread extremely widens, and then look what it did. Then it went way up here, and now it's kind of stabilized. It's still up there high. So that, when it wicks down like that so fast, that happened. Even if we go down to a lower time frame, like the 5, look at the 5 minute. Let's look at the 1 minute. Probably have to go back in time, about right there. So that is some major move. That's on the 1 minute chart. Okay. So what's interesting is I tell people a lot that the news doesn't affect my system as much as it would a lot of other, you know, trading systems or trades that you would be in. 90% of the time it helps our trade. In this one particular case, it wicked way down. We were in a buy trade, and then it went back up. And so it just knocked us right out. The reason it knocked us out, which is also not normal, is it moves so insanely fast. Normally what would have happened is my system would have added another buy trade down in this area somewhere, but because it moved down there so fast and back so fast, and the spread was so much, the spread in the price, the bot was like, you know what, this is going crazy, let's get out. So if you look at the history there, it just got out at a relatively, let me erase this, at a relatively small loss. But that's a protection on the account, because it could have easily just went the other way. If we were in a buy trade and the price did that to us, we would have probably done a little bit better. But nonetheless, we're still in the profit, and that is extremely rare. Again, we'll go look at some charts. We'll look at that, what that news does. I seen a member yesterday say, well, I'm going to stop all trading. You can do that, but unfortunately, most of the time you're in a trade. So if you close those trades out and force a loss, let's say, unless they're all in profit, you don't know where it's going to go. It might be massively in your favor, but typically it doesn't affect us very much. And this is pretty much the first time you'll see the system force a loss, and it's really kind of a protection. But I haven't seen it do this in over a year. But as you know, United States economy, election year, things are going to be pretty crazy. So that's the premium signals. We looked at the free signals. What I'm going to do is, let me pause this just for a second here, and I want to count and let you know how many trades we're in premium right now. So we're in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 trades total over, excuse me, over 5 currency pairs. I'm going to lose my voice now. And there's a decent amount of drawdown, bidding $1 across 5 currency pairs right now, 12 trades. The drawdown's about $330. Not a big deal. Your drawdown will be different because you probably bid differently and you maybe didn't take all the trades on all these currency pairs. I noticed someone came in yesterday and they came into the premium section and I said you could jump into the Euro CAD trade, which we're in, and don't pay too much attention to the timer there. Yeah, you could jump in the Euro CAD trade, and because we haven't went into profit yet, but we will. So let me pull up the next account here that we're going to look at. So we looked at free, we looked at premium. I'm going to look at my very large account here. So let me pull it up. Takes a minute. Here it is. Okay, let me share this. Mark says slight hum, but not bad. Yeah, it should be off now. So let me erase this. So this is a pretty large account, and I've been holding a few of these trades. I'm in the Euro CAD trade, and if you look, you can see that because of the US dollar drop this morning, I forced a loss, but it's really not that much. I mean, it looks kind of big on this account, but if you look for the week, I'm up $68,484. Okay, and if you look at the current open trades, I'm at about $15,000 drawdown. But all of these numbers you're going to see today are excessive because of the non-farm payroll news that came out. And again, we'll dig into that farther. But this doesn't bother me at all. I know that all of the prices at this time of the morning have pushed as far as they're going to go, and extremely high likelihood that they're going to bounce back. So if you look at this account over the month, taking the exact same signals that I sent out, it's done $225,671.99. Pretty good, right? So again, you can take these signals and you can bid anything you want on any account size you want and manage it from there. So let's go to another pause here. And I'm going to look up the next account. Had to do some connections. So let's look at an account that I disconnected yesterday that I had to reconnect. But it is going to be, actually it's not this one. Let's take a look. This is the challenge account that I run on YouTube. So if you're following the $3,000 to $100,000 challenge, let me pull that up. Stand by. 1332, here it is. Yeah, so let me share this. I forced that GBP JPY that went crazy. I took that loss. I'm still up $159 for the day. And that's what I mean by never losing. I'm not losing. I'm not losing any money off of the profits. So $159 in that particular account. Now, I am pushing this account pretty hard, probably overtaxing it, so that's why I have to disconnect and do a little bit of personal management there. But let me pause one more time and let me see if there's any other accounts I'm going to share. So we did 3K, 500. So here's one with all trades. Let me take a look at this. And I'll explain what we're looking at when I get there. Let's see, I believe it's this one. Yes, it is. So here's an account. I will share this. This is a sample account. It's a $3,000 account, 500 leverage, taking all of my automated trades, all of them, at the lowest lot size. It's just taking the base signal and sending it. So it's made $6.13 overnight. Forced, looks like a couple of losses, but ultimately it's in profit, mathematically going to be in profit. Here's what's going on. It's about a $43 drawdown, and we're in quite a few trades. Dozen and a half, 15 trades there. And this is looking really good. It's a 1,200% margin level. If you look right here, so that's a completely comfortable number. I mean, this thing is just running along. This is taking all of the trades at a minimum lot size and doing really well. Let's look at the overall history. So for the week, it's up $232.97 down here. And if you look at it for the month, 292. So not a whole lot different than from the week, because I really just started this about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks. So what is this? This is proof of concept. You know, if you're using, you get to see the full gamut here. You get to see what's going on with the free trades. You get to see what's going on with the premium signals. You can see what's going on with the full auto trading. And with auto trading, you can bid, I mean, just like your signals, you can bid anything you want. I have to emphasize that. People are like, well, you know, $292 in a week. I don't know if that's enough for me. Okay, great. Well, let me go back to the week. $232 in a week, or just today, because of some crazy movement, you know, $6 so far. It's the morning. We're going to have trades close out, but it's also Friday. It's the end of the week. Volume's coming down. Speaking of volume, we'll try to take a look at the volume concept also once I go to the charts and we look at that news release. I believe, let me pause one more time. I believe that's all of the accounts I wanted to look at. Let me look through my account list real quick. Let's see, we've got that one, testing everything. Yes, that's it. So you get to see the full gamut. You get to see, let me come back here. We'll come back to the free signals and we'll watch that. Count 849. Stand by. Here we are. So this is the free signals account. You can see that in the comments section here. FX with Terry signals free. So let's go take a look at the browser. Let's look at some charts. Let's look at, you know, how to know when that news is going to go off. Let's really take a look at all this stuff. So let me set up real quick here and we'll switch. And remember also, I see you guys in the live chat. You got questions about stuff, anything related to Forex or my system or what's going on, let me know. All right, we're good there. I think I'm going to be able to make the switch here. Let's go And you know what? I did it again, didn't I? No voice. You know what? I've got to create these scenes. So now I got to start this whole thing over. So check this out. I'll have to edit that out of the final. So what we're looking at here, I knew that was happening as soon as I started to realize. So I apologize for that. I will get this straight. Again, this is day number 1 of my live, and my scenes, different scenes in my live session here are not set up properly. So what we're looking at is the Euro US dollar, and the price has massively dropped during that news event. It's massively dropped. And I went back and looked at GBP JPY, which we'll look at here. And pretty much the same thing happened. You got a huge wick down here on GBP JPY, and notice that the price pushed way up and it came all the way back to pretty much where this price started pushing the opposite way. All I was saying is Euro USD, 90+% of the time, the price has to come back to at least 50% of this propulsion candle, if not 70, 80, 90, 100% of it. So a degenerate gambler such as myself, you know, pay no attention to my hack advice. I am not a financial advisor. You could do a buy trade right now because the estimation or guess that the price is going to come back, and it pretty much has to come back to this area at some point, and you could set a take profit in the middle or maybe ride it all the way to the top. Because look what the price was doing before that. It was just moving in a range left and right. So yeah, the other thing that I looked at, which you probably didn't hear me talk about, was ForexFactory.com. The news released this morning, non-farm employment change. Non-farm payroll is what it's called. It launches the first Friday of every month, and you can see it coming. Most of the time it affects our trades positively. Today, it gave us a little bit of a negative effect, but because we go for such small, like scalping type trades, 6, 8, 10, 12 pips, 15 pips, 20 pips maybe, it doesn't affect us as much. And a lot of times, even if it does affect us or doesn't affect us, there's not a lot you can do about it. I mean, what are you going to do? Stop trading 2, 3, 4, 5 days before when you don't really know how it's going to affect you? Now, if you're in a big, huge trade and massive drawdown, this can blow out an account. But typically that's not happening for us, and we're not doing it that way. So, yeah, I apologize. I will figure out that sound thing. It's like every time I switch scenes, the scene was not enabled for sound. Again, I'm a degenerate gambler. I'm not the smartest person in the world. So I think that is what I wanted to show you. Let's go look at one other thing in the browser here. So mataf.net has this Forex volatility section. It basically, if I sort it by the pips, you can see that GBP JPY is the most volatile pair, 163 pips over a 10-week period. Now let's reduce this to 4 weeks and refresh. And over a 4-week period, it's moved about 100. GBP NZD takes the top spot at 133 pips on a daily basis. So you can also see here, it's showing Euro USD. You can see like the highest times of trading, but I kind of look at this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You can see how the volume builds up through Thursday and then comes back on Friday. Let's look at the most volatile pair, GBP NZD right now. Let's see what it does. So a lot of volume at the beginning of the week, slows down towards the end of the week over a 4-week period on average. And you can do that on any. Let's look at the slowest pair, Euro GBP. It typically builds through the week, and then it's low on Friday. So you start to see some patterns. Don't get too hooked into the pattern concept, because I'm not a big believer in that, but some generalized patterns. If you look at let's look at another one here. Let's look at USD JPY. USD JPY builds Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday it dropped, and today is relatively low. That's just how it's going to happen. So you can take a look at that, mataf.net, and when you go to their home page, I'll show you what it looks like. You'll see down here Forex volatility. If you click on Forex volatility, it really gives you an idea of, and I sort it by pips here, so it really gives you the fastest moving 163 pip GBP JPY in a day down to Euro GBP only 33. So you can make some trading decisions based off of that. Let me come back to a different scene here, and let's make sure, yep, so you can still hear me. Apologize for the tech issues. My dumbass didn't realize that all my scenes had the voice muted, so probably lost some people during that process. If you got any questions, let me know. If you're someone that needs specific conversation back and forth, confusion, maybe you need to take a look at a trade or at your account, then step on into the Discord group. If you're watching this live and you're not involved in the free signals in the Discord group and or the Telegram signals, then go to fxwithterry.com. If you come back here to the opening, if you head on over to fxwithterry.com, you can get access to the Discord group. But inside the Discord group is, like I said, a live stage. So you can message me and say, hey, can we do a stage call? And I can bring you on in voice and share my screen and do any sort of teaching, guidance, whatever we need to do. It's not necessarily private. Other people could join in. So we're not going to reveal, passwords and account info and stuff. But I certainly could, share the screen and take a look at something for you. So, and we could private message if we need to share passwords or something like that. So, yeah, I don't see any questions in the live chat. I know there is a little bit of a delay, so I'm going to hang out here just for a minute. But, like standard, what did it take me? About 35 minutes. I probably talked for 5 minutes total, and you guys couldn't hear a damn word I was saying. Look how smart I am. So, yeah, let me look back through and make sure that there weren't any messages other than, hey, we can't hear you, dumbass. Good. Okay, cool. So maybe answer this one for me. Other than my voice not working, do you like the tech? Do you like the scenes? Do you like how this works? Is it playing well with you? Are you able to view it clearly? Awesome, thank you. Should I even attempt to pronounce that name? Agata. I'll stop there. Agata Magdalena Banska. Wow, that's an incredible name. Mine is just simple, Terry. Like boring, Terry. Superman's here, I know that. That's Nick. Mark actually reveals his actual name on YouTube. Look, smart, not afraid. Robert Perry was here, maybe still here. So appreciate you guys joining me. Utilize this time when we're live to literally share anything you want and ask maybe even the tough questions. Superman says it's better than Discord. Video quality is much better. Yeah, I put some time into creating this, and it's pretty simple system. But I put some time into creating this and the different scenes and being able to go back and forth and switch to the mobile, switch to the pause, switch to the browser, and you can pretty much see me. So yeah, I believe someone says almost almost got your name right. Yeah, I shouldn't even have tried, right? Try to get my name right. Terry. It's Terry with 2 R's. All right, we'll stop there. Friday, end of the week, market closes this evening, 5 p.m. Eastern time, and I can't imagine there's going to be a lot of volume in the market today. Most people just were scared and got out because of the news. So, yeah, we'll be back live 8:30 a.m. Mountain Time Monday morning. We'll see what happened over Sunday night of trading and get back into it next week. So appreciate you joining me. I'm going to stop it there, and we will talk to you guys inside of the Discord group. Take care.